Today we're using the 2H mechanical pencil as well as the Copic .03 Multiliner and Blackliner .05. Okay, I'm starting off with drawing in my drawing journal to get the idea of Hermes out. Hermes is known for his little wings and on his sandals and his helmet. I went overboard. I went, elaborate. And I'm using that kind of runner football pose to build out Hermes. And as you'll see here. Now I'm moving over to my nice paper because, I cherish nice paper like most people do. And this is where I'm going to build out Hermes fully. I place him on the left-hand side because I want this wormhole galaxy thing he's running through on the right-hand side. Another thing that I do is I draw the body without the clothing on, mainly to build form and shadow and kind of get an understanding. And that helps me kind of practice anatomy a lot more. Here's a mistake. I drew him with holding a scroll as like holding a message that he's delivering, because I think we see him a lot trying to deliver stuff. But then I was like, man, that's so boring. It's been done. He's not just a messenger. He's a slayer. Let's change all that, which I eventually do. And now I'm drawing the debris and stuff to build some three-dimensional foreground and background. And this is it. This is the completed sketch. You can see how it went from before to the final sketch here, in which it turns out usually better than the inking, I think, sometimes. And I like penciling, and this is where I struggle as an artist mentally to go, do I really want to ink this and possibly destroy it? But then I'm like, this is called inktology. It'd be wild if I didn't. Now, when inking, especially with this drawing, I started with the far left, top left, and I wanted to do that because I knew that I was going to get my hand and arm all inked up. I was hoping that drawing and outlining everything first and then starting with the top left would help prevent that. Nonetheless, I still had ink all over me. Here, I'm trying to build more depth to my image, kind of help it out a little bit. So with the galaxy and the wormhole that he's running through, I'm having the galaxy clouds kind of come out and, be in front of him as well as be behind him a little bit too. Later on, I'll draw black lines. And I outline a lot, don't outline everything, because I want to see what I want to detail. And this is kind of a fun game for me to see which part I really want to work on first. And I usually end up going with the eyes and the face because it brings the image, it gives me confidence. What can I say? If you have good eyes and a good face to your character, something just feels right. And I'm like, okay, I continue this. But if I get the face wrong, I'm like doomed, I'm like, what do I do? So it's important for me to get this out of the way so I can feel confident for the rest of the drawing. But to protect that feeling, I use a small .03 Copic pen, and this thing is very tiny, and I don't do too much detailing on him, on his skin, and that, calms my anxiety. And then I go into the doodling the scales, not scales, the chain links, and this is usually just little circles and doodles. I'm not planning anything, I'm just going for it. And now for the most frustrating thing to draw on this image, and that's the metal shiny platinum parts of his helmet and his wing shoes. I wanted the Silver Surfer kind of shimmer and metallic look to him, but I didn't want it to be overbearing in case I wanted to color it. So I kind of did a mixture of a very simplified reflection. And does it work out? You tell me. I don't know. This is my own technique I've been trying to work on to get it to work. Very frustrating. But now I'm for the drawing gum. The drawing gum is cool because this is like my new favorite thing. I could just dab it anywhere, measure out more of the gum, and it sticks well and it comes off beautifully. I think I need to get more brushes, at least different tips and fine ones to get different depths of stars. And using it for rain would be really cool too, so I probably will end up doing that. So now I'm just covering up these this debris to pull off later, which you'll see, which is a little annoying. And I probably could have just done that without the drawing and then drew afterwards. And rubbing it off, I'm using a tissue, and that's helping a lot because now I'm not getting my fingers or my hand all black, and it's, it's coming off quite easily. Definitely recommend using a piece of cloth or tissue. I think here I was really happy with the way the galaxy worked, but then I wanted something to bring it forward, something to separate it from the back, and I started drawing these lines. And guys, drawing these lines, a little space like how I'm doing right here, about an inch, is not too bad. You can see a little bit of wiggle, but then for the long lines, I'm going to use a ruler. I don't have that steady hand like that, like I used to. Maybe I can get it back, but smaller lines like this are much easier to fake a straight line. And I don't like using rulers, honestly, with my felt pens because it destroys them. It kind of cuts into the felt tip and eventually just ripping it right off. So I try to avoid it. But it came out fine. It came out good. You don't notice the straight lines versus the wiggly ones underneath. And then the white dots added, It blends in. You're all good. Love it. Great technique. This one had a lot of white dots, so I wanted to add a lot of black dots in here to kind of contrast it, but still give, like some symmetrical, parallel artistic vibes going on. That, and I also wanted to look like dust. So, two things work for one. But then adding these dots is quite nice, and it gives a lot of texture to your drawing, and I highly recommend you using that for different things, the point. But with all the different techniques of cross-hatching, the inking, and the gum, and the lines, this is the final drawing. Hermes came out looking actually pretty solid. I'm actually okay with it. I'm happy with it. But yeah, if you like this content and what I'm doing, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That definitely help out my channel and help me make more content. Also, if you have any recommendations for gods you want to see, just post in the comments. But yeah, this is Inkology, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're a creative, go create.